It's Saturday at 6 p.m. and I'm sitting alone in my apartment at my desk staring at my computer.
Mm-hmm.
Like 99.999% of every other Saturday.
Okay.
And I went to get a pizza because I still don't know how to eat right. And, you know, Dartmouth is graduated or graduating, and this always happens when I drive in on the weekend to get my unhealthy food that I eat alone in my apartment, and I see all of them.
For someone who's eating a lot of so-called unhealthy food, I have to say, your skin looks flawless from here. You got some really healthy looking skin. From at least from this point of view. Like I don't know what the skin routine is looking like. It's hitting. Like the skin routine is like she gotta share that. All right. I mean, my line, her skin routine looking clean if she even has a skin routine. I know people normally say that when they eat bullshit, like it messes with their skin, they start to break out, but maybe she's immune, but skin is nice. You have nice skin.
All of the Dartmouth students in their really cute outfits, walking around downtown,
Hmm.
holding hands, walking down to the river to swim,
Oh,
walking to their apartment,
holding hands, okay.
sitting out on the green with friends,
Okay.
stuff to do, or going back to their dorms so they can probably do stuff later because it's a Saturday. And I get my pizza and I go back to my apartment because I don't have any friends.
Okay.
And honestly, I don't think I've ever had friends, not like real friends.
Hmm.
I mean, obviously, I had like friends in high school and college, but it was the most superficial level. If I was in class, I would
Hmm.
have people to talk to. People liked me. I don't think I was a totally unlikable person. And I would do after school activities, and people would talk to me, and I had people that I was close to. But we never did anything besides that. I never did anything after school in high school. If I did, it was rare.
Okay.
Like the times like prom, mom had to ask a friend's son to ask me, and then he left early with another girl, which at the time I thought was hilarious because I could tell a story to my friends and maybe that would be interesting.
Okay.
I haven't spoken to any of them in person. I'll see them on Instagram, but we've never hung out with any of my friends from high school.
Okay.
Same thing with college. I mean,
I mean, with high school, I mean, the only person that I stayed in contact with out of high school was probably the main person that I hung out with in high school. It was mainly just one guy, and I got along with people, but I wasn't like a social butterfly in high school. But my best friend in high school is still my best friend to this day. You know, I see him, talk to him every day, basically. Um, you don't really need a ton of friends. You don't need a big circle. If you have like a cool one, two, or even three, if you have three close friends in today's world, that's a lot. That's a lot. You know what I mean? So it's not like you know.
started senior year, but like the second people started doing stuff on the weekends, I was always alone in my dorm room watching all the other kids walk to the parties. I've
Hmm.
never had a friend that I would just spend time with and tell everything to. I really thought I got close with Caitlin and Molly and Katrina and Aaron.
Who are they? Are they people from high school or college?
And it's been 2 years. I haven't made a single friend. And there was a girl I met on Bumble, but
You met a girl on Bumble? Is that a dating site?
I never went anywhere and she moved. And you know what? It's my fault. Because, I complain about not having anyone, but the minute anyone does come to my life and I have a chance,
Uh-huh.
I do nothing with it.
Oh,
She invited me over to her apartment. We ate. I could have talked to her, but every time she texted me, I would wait like a day to respond. And when we made plans, I would always feel awkward about it because all I wanted to do was be back in my apartment. But then I'm in my apartment, I'm alone.
hmm. Okay. So now we're getting somewhere. So it's not like people aren't putting themselves out there to let you come in or opening doors for you to walk in. Is you're not walking in. That seems to be what it is. If someone I'm texting somebody and they don't reach out to me till like the next day, then I'm gonna view it as all right, I'm not really important to them. Or maybe they got way more stuff going on that they don't have no time for me. You do that enough times, I'm gonna stop reaching out to you, you know? And if people are telling you to come over and do stuff and you're thinking, I'm not really in the mood to do that, I'd rather stay home. I mean, I could respect that. I'm a homebody. I love being home, you know? I love being home. I made my home so comfortable that I feel like I have a lot of fun at home. I just enjoy being home. But if you're crying about not having friends, I mean, you have to you have to participate in your own rescue. You can't just have people reaching out to you and then you're not putting in the effort to meet them halfway. You know what I mean? Like if you want things to happen, you gotta do things to put that in motion. So this part right here sounds kind of like, all right, so you gotta pick what you want to do. You want to be home alone, or you want to be with your friends, or at the very least, if you want to meet it somewhere in the middle, you gotta invite them over to your home so you could be home and your friends could be there with you, and that could probably be your thing. Maybe she could be the type of person that invites people over to her crib and they can do events at her crib.
So it's like, what the fuck is wrong with me that I complain about this and
Mm-hmm.
then I make no effort to try to change it? I
Mm.
mean, ever since I started applying to grad school, I gave up on trying to make friends here.
Okay.
And it's noticeable. My landlord, Elaine, keeps commenting on how all of her past tenants do things on the weekends, basically calling me like a friendless loser, which is true, but like, to hear her just say that to me was really hard.
I mean, you sound like a homebody. There's nothing wrong with being a
And
homebody.
that's why I feel like, you know, I mentioned earlier that I'm about to enter my mid 20s, and I feel like I have no experiences or social skills. It's not
Mm.
just that I don't have one, it's that I feel like I'm delayed. By the time I do make friends, it's just gonna be so late for me. Yeah, don't even get into relationships. I mean, that's the same story, but I feel like that's a whole fucking other mess.
Mm.
And everyone tells me I'm young and I have time,
Well, that is true.
but it's still hard. So gross. I'm sorry. I knew I was emotional. I didn't think I'd be crying like this.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't know what's wrong with me that I can't make it work. That I'm just lazy when it comes to making friends.
There it is. That's what it is. It's being lazy when it comes to making friends. And there's a lot of people that's guilty of that. A lot of people don't want to really put in the effort. But one thing I've learned is that making friends is very similar to dating, where you have to put in effort. You got to make an effort for it to work. Sometimes you got to plan things for you guys to go out and do stuff. Whether you're going out to an event, or whether you're just going out to grab some drinks, or whether it's, hey, you know what, I want to host something back in the crib. Maybe there's a show that's gonna be coming on, and it's like, yo, you want to watch this series with me? It just came on, I don't know, whatever streaming platform, and we can watch the series together and critique it, whatever. And y'all can order food and chill in the crib type shit. Like friendships, you have to nurture friendships the same way you nurture like like an intimate relationship. Obviously, without the intimacy, obviously. You know what I mean? You got to put in the same type of effort. You know what I mean? Anybody who has a friend that they consider to be a close friend, like you know what I'm talking about. You gotta be intentional with your friendships. You gotta look out for them, do things for them that you don't necessarily expect like something back in return in that moment. Like you're doing it because you care about that person. Like that's your boy or that's your girl, that's your home girl or your homeboy. Like you taking care of them the same way like you would take care of like a family member. You know what I mean? That's how you build a close friendship. You treat them like you treat like your mom or your brother or your sister. You know? That's how you build that. You know, like my best friend, my closest friend, that's how I treat him. Like there's certain times where I'll go out and I'm buying something for myself, and I know that this is something that he likes. And I'm like, let me pick one up for him too, 'cause I know he likes this type of shit, or whatever. And it doesn't have to necessarily just be buying things, but just making time for them. Even if it's just small talk about a topic that you guys are both interested in. You know, and that's the thing. People don't have good friendships because they don't they don't water their friendships with their attention and time.
I just want it to be easy, you know. When you just find that person that you're with all the time, and again, I'm not talking romantically. And it's been hard, especially with mom and dad, because before I would just talk to them because I had no one else.
Hmm.
But now with all the divorce stuff, there's stuff I can't talk to them about, and I have no one. And Travis and Kyle are too emotional, and I can't talk to anyone.
Mm.
I just look at myself and I don't know. I'm wasting all these days.
Hmm.
I need to. I just want to. I just feel so lonely.
Mm.
I'm just so lonely all the time. But I'm also terrified of it, and I also want to be alone. Like, maybe I'm just meant to be alone. Maybe some people are meant to just be alone.
Hmm. So
And I
it's like she's lonely, but at the same time, she she, she kind of enjoys or appreciates being alone, not being bothered. And I get that. Like, it's like sometimes you could feel lonely, but you still enjoy your space. So I kind of get that. I kind of get that. But you just gotta figure out how to balance it. Like the thing about it is that you can have a best friend, like a really close friend, and you don't have to hang out with them every day or talk to them every day. You could talk to them like twice a week, you know? you could talk to them twice a week and hang out once a week. Like you don't have to hang out with your best friend every day or gossip and talk about bullshit every day all day. Like it's in moderation, you know? But I totally see where she's coming from as far as like, she it's like she wants to be alone sometimes, like she enjoys being alone, but then she has her moments where she wants to be social, but she doesn't have anybody to be social with. So I get that, you know?
I feel like I'm expected to have people.
Hmm.
Like when I picture my future, I see what I want.
Hmm.
But when I think what's actually gonna happen, I see myself being that woman in her 40s who never found anybody. So I don't know, like I adopt a kid or like get like IVF or something. Like I don't. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but like I don't see myself meeting anyone and having the kids and friends. I'd like those things, but I don't
Hmm.
think I'm gonna get it.
I mean, you're like not even 25 yet. You're like under
And
25.
Travis and Kyle will. I know they will. And I'll be the older sister who's getting constantly lapped in life by her younger siblings. And I'm so happy for them, and
Yeah.
I'm not resentful.
Yeah.
I'm happy. They deserve to be happy, but
Hmm.
you're supposed to look up to your older sibling.
Okay.
And I genuinely don't know what they have to look up to me for.
Mm.
They went to they made more friends.
Hmm.
They had more relationships.
Hmm.
Travis is already in a better, higher paying job. They they've traveled more.
Is that your
They've done more.
is that your little brother, I'm
They've
guessing?
experienced more. What do they have to look up to me for?
Mm.
Now I'm just pitying myself.
Hmm.
It looks so fucking depressing. I feel like stuff has to change, but I don't know.
What to do?
Once I move back to Hampton, how to change it? How do we make friends?
I mean, that is true. Like most people, they make their long-term or lifetime friends back in like high school and college. And then once they graduate and they out of that whole ecosystem and they get out into the real world, there's a lot of people that they don't make any new friends. I know plenty of people that hasn't made any new friends since like high school, college time. And it's so easy to make friends back then because I mean, you're seeing the same people every day. You're going through the same struggles, trying to pass this class, that whatever hard ass class that you're in, whether it's chemistry or algebra, you guys going through the same struggle. It's like going to war with somebody. So you guys kind of trauma bond. But then again, outside of that, you have sports that you may have played in, and you may have went through trials, through challenges in sports or academics or whatever. Maybe the school band, maybe even playing an instrument or even singing or basically you're going through the same stuff with hundreds of people. So you're gonna find somebody that you're gonna connect with that you see every day and you click up. So it was much easier to make friends in that environment. But once you get out of there, you get into the real world, you get into an environment where you're getting a job, maybe getting fired after a year, you go into a new job, maybe you get fired from that job or you quit because the pay sucks or your manager sucks, and jumping around, bouncing around, trying to figure out what you want to do with your life, you're not consistently anywhere for a while, so stay long you don't stay long enough anywhere to really hold on to anything strong or to create anything strong to hold on to, I would say. So it's like unless you join something that it's you that want to be there and you're consistently there, whether it's joining a gym or joining some type of like activity, some type of club, whether it's a book club or something, it's hard to make friends after you leave an environment that you're forced to be in and go through things with people that same age as you and going through the same things. So, mm,
I don't know how to make friends, and I'm scared. I just want to run into somebody. I hate meeting people online. It's so awkward, and you put all this into a conversation, but when you meet someone, you don't have that. Like I feel like I need to meet people.
hmm
I need to meet people, but I don't know how, and I don't think it's possible to just run into people.
that's so crazy because when you go outside and go to the store, depending on what area in the world you live in, you see people everywhere. You even see people that looks like they're around your age. But the thing is that people just walk past each other like they're in the Matrix. Like they don't, like a bunch of NPCs. They don't say hi. Even if you make eye contact, someone might look away because they feel intimidated with somebody else making eye contact with them. You know, people is just trying to mind their own business. Like they're just programmed to try to mind their own business, and it takes a lot for someone to be like, "Hey, I love your outfit. You look so nice today," and just start a conversation. On some friendly tip, not even on some, "Hey, I'm trying to see if you're somebody I want to take out." Even on some like friendly tip, people are afraid to just be friendly because they're just so used to people just walking by and ignoring each other, you know?
And I'm just gonna be sitting at home like I did all through high school. I think I'm a good person. I think I have a lot to offer. I don't know how to make myself try.
hmm
I don't know how to make myself more invested. And when someone texts, to text back immediately and to just be excited about plans if they're last minute. And to not to say, oh, I want my alone time when I'm alone all the time.
Mm.
I think this is why it made me drink a lot on the weekends.
Mm.
Because I'm not drinking tonight. I had a Coke when I went
hmm
to get a pizza. And they'll look at me.
Isn't that a dilemma where you feel as if you should want company or some kind of community, whether it's a small community of a friend or two, you feel like that's what you're supposed to want, but then your natural state is, I enjoy my alone time. And I don't think there's anything wrong with enjoying your alone time, but I do believe that we are somehow socially programmed, maybe by society, maybe even, to feel as though we should have at least one friend. And not for any type of utility, as in like to use them for anything, but just like to say that we do and to not feel like people don't like us. Like you feel like, oh, if I don't have any friends, then it looks like nobody likes me. Like I'm not a likable person. That's why I don't have friends. But what's the point of having of trying to go out of your way to have a friend that you don't necessarily like outside of society feel like you need that? You know what I mean? If you feel completely comfortable by yourself and doing your own thing, then what if you naturally feel comfortable being alone, then what is pushing you to feel so compelled to like I I feel like I shouldn't be alone. Why am I having trouble making friends? And not so much having trouble making friends. Why am I having trouble pushing myself to put myself out there to have to connect with people, right? That's what it sounds like she's saying. And I'm sure there's a lot of people that feel that way. Like if you don't naturally feel like connecting with people or feel excited, because like she just said, she doesn't feel excited about last minute plans, and she's thinking I want my alone time, and she's thinking like I don't text back right away. And if you're not texting back right away, naturally that just sounds like you're not excited about spending time with that person. And if that's how you naturally feel, then that's how you naturally feel. But if that's how you naturally feel, then what's compelling you to feel so emotional towards not being able to push yourself to connect with people? Is it because society is telling you that you should have friends? Because if your natural state doesn't feel like doing what it takes to have friends, then maybe you don't naturally feel like having friends is a priority for you. Maybe it's just what you feel society is telling you that you should want, you know? Maybe, I don't know. That's just my thought.
I don't know why I'm talking. Wow, this has been so great. People keep saying it'll happen. You know, when I was in middle school, they said high school, in high school, they said college, in college, real life, and now I'm here. I think people are running out of excuses to tell me about why I'm stuck in this place. And there's no one to be mad at by myself. I can't be mad at other people. I can't be mad at the world. I'm mad at myself because I don't try.
Hmm. You gotta try.
I really don't. And then I get so mad. It's like I'm just so terrified. It's the same thing with work. I'm so terrified that I'll fuck it up, that I don't do anything at all. And then, of course, if you don't do anything at all, then it happens. So it's like trying to avoid that fear. I'm just ensuring that the fear will happen.
Mm.
I mean, when I move back to Hampton, I really gotta step it up.
Yeah, failing
I
to
gotta
try is
join
basically trying to
all the
fail.
student organizations at Simmons. I gotta get a job and talk to the people. I gotta be on Bumble BFF. I gotta join groups. I have to try.
You have to participate in your own rescue. Ain't nobody gonna
And I
save
feel
you.
like that's really going to be the test. I think the past couple years have been hard, but I think that if I don't fix it in the next year when I'm back in Hampton, I think that's just going to be who I am because I don't know. I just feel like I said before, 20 to 23 early 20s, 24 to 26,
Hmm.
or mid 20s, 27 to 29, or late 20s. I'm about to enter my mid 20s without ever having a solid friend. And that needs to fucking change. Either that needs to change, or I need to just be okay with it.
Hmm.
I either need to start making friends
Yep.
or just accept the fact that I'm gonna be this alone person and just come to terms with being like the cool aunt, the way Janie is to Ellen and Kelly and Ryan and Connor. That I'll just be the cool aunt for Travis and Kyle. Like I either have to change my habits or just accept the habits I already have. And
Mm.
I think I'm gonna give it another year of the first option, and then after that, we'll talk about acceptance.
Okay.
In the meantime,
Okay.
I'm just gonna sit here the rest of the night,
Okay. Saturday.
watch some reaction videos on Patreon or do more of my Wikipedia rabbit hole research that is for nothing more than my own boredom
Oh,
and
okay.
curiosity.
Interesting.
And then I'll get up tomorrow and continue to pack up my apartment.
I bet. All right, make it happen, Captain.
Yay me.
All right, so that was interesting, man. I mean, what are your thoughts? I mean, she basically said at the end what I was saying. Like, it's either you're gonna make an effort, like, which is basically you forcing yourself to make an effort, even though naturally you feel like you don't want to have to do anything, or you just stop crying about it and just accept the fact that, hey, the idea of having friends sounds cool, but I'm not that excited enough to do what it takes to make friends. And then you just, stop crying about it and just settle with that.